Tough questions, new insights, diverse perspectives. Welcome to Questions of the Day with Fanuel Muindi.
Okay, welcome back to Questions of the Day. I'm very excited today to be joined by the co-founders of Culturally Relevant Science, Tamir, Mickens, and Meagan, Nareni. Welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Now, I recently learned that Culturally Relevant Science was selected as one of the 16 finalists for the MIT Solve competition. So congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Yes,
Now,
give that all to Meagan.
now we're gonna get it right into that, but for the audience, can you tell us more about Culturally Relevant Science and what you guys do?
So Culturally Relevant Science is a 501c3 nonprofit that I founded with Meagan back in 2021. And we were both classroom teachers at the time and just searching for ways to engage our students. And we teach predominantly Black and Brown students. And it was just very difficult coming out of the pandemic to find resources that would engage that demographic. So we started creating our own resources and shared them with our team, used them in our school, and it kept spreading and spreading online, on YouTube, our website, started picking up traction to where we just wanted to spread our resources and our knowledge to anyone that wants it, anyone who is in front of Black and Brown youth teaching them science. We want to be the resource and the hub for those teachers. So
I see. So who's your key audience now? Is it the actual students or those practitioners that are in front of the students?
more so the practitioners in front of the students, because the students don't get to pick what they learn and what they use in the classroom. So we want those in control to know about us and to be aware that we are creating these resources that will speak directly to Black and Brown students so they can see themselves in STEM.
I see. And how has the response been, especially from the practitioner side?
Anyone that is engaged with our content, they absolutely love it. It's unique, it's engaging, it's funny, it's all of the things that you would want in a science curriculum. It's most of all, it's relevant. So it's not outdated. It's dealing with things that are currently happening. We're putting in the music that students listen to, pop culture references, the jokes, the humor, all of that, but keeping the science content rigorous and aligned to the standards that these teachers are teaching. So I haven't heard any complaints as of yet. So.
The MIT Solve really comes at an opportune time, right? Can you just take us back to when you found this opportunity and applying for it? Meagan, you want to just take us back there?
Yeah, so we are a 501c3, so we're a member of the Georgia Center for Nonprofits. So we get their weekly grants that they send out, not weekly, monthly grant list that they send out. And I always just, whenever they send that email, I just scan all the grants available that month that we fit, and I apply for them, as many as I can apply for. So MIT Solve was on there, and they open up these challenges every month, a couple times a year. And it just so happened that this challenge was for gender equity in STEM. And gender is one of the subgroups that we are targeting, and especially that intersectional subgroup of women of color in STEM, and women that are queer in STEM. And I just found it on there and just started the application. Not only do they offer up to $250,000 in grant funding, but they offer other resources like partnering you up with like tech people, because me and Tamir are educators. Our knowledge is education and curriculum. We don't know much about software development, marketing, all those other things that you need to know to run a business. So I'm really looking forward for MIT to not only give us the funding, but also to give us the people and the knowledge to expand in those fields.
What would it mean if you were to get this award and grant?
Oh my goodness. The impact is immeasurable. I can get pretty lofty here about what it would mean for what we can do and who we can serve. But I'll take the literal first, just getting the funding to where we can get our productivity up, and we can focus less on certain things, and we can start delegating certain tasks. We can start outsourcing things. We can start paying for better equipment and materials to produce faster and higher quality content for the students that deserve it. And of course, producing that high quality content for that demographic, the outcomes are immeasurable. Seeing Meagan being able to stand up and talk about all of these difficult STEM concepts that girls think that they are not a part of or that they're not involved in, to know that more teachers outside of just our county and city can pull on the resources that she's made, introducing little known figures like Henrietta Lacks and Rosalind Franklin into the curriculum that they're learning. That'll mean more than any check or any piece of equipment we could buy. You know, just being able to put that out into this realm, that's certainly what it would mean to me, the biggest part of it.
What do people get wrong the most about what you guys are trying to do?
So one, on a more literal note, our name, I guess. It's a lot of letters jumbled together, but it's CRsci, culturally relevant science. We get like a lot of CRs, I don't know. That's just something that we have to work on with Brandon, saying the acronym more than the long name.
And when it comes to that acronym, and you know, I don't like to make up drama, but I've seen or I've had certain questions kind of similar to the one you just posed. There's a lot of, you know, witch hunting now about CRT and trying to keep race out of the conversation. And Meagan and I have stood firm, and we need people to understand that one, CRT is critical race theory. Our acronym, the C here, is culturally. So culture expands race. That's where the students live, the language that they speak, the food that they eat, the music that they enjoy. That is much different than just race. Now, race is a part of it. I don't know why people want to continue to try to remove that from the issues that we are facing today in education, but it's not solely about race. There's anyone, a young white girl who is queer or, you know, has a different sexual orientation or is in a low economic status, like that actually becomes a part of culture. It has nothing to do with your skin. Well, I won't say it has nothing to do with, but that's not the only thing that is focused on.
I want it to be where, like, we don't have to call our curriculum culturally relevant science. Like, we want it to just be science. Like you said, like, that representation is critical. And a lot of the stuff that we make, it brings race in, it brings gender and all that in just by the characters we have in our videos, just by the names we have in our word problems, just by the stories we create in scenario-based learning. So we want that to be normalized. We want all children to walk into science class and have that same experience. And so that's what success would look like to me too.
Yeah, I think we're going to be right here watching both for the MIT Solve competition. We're going to be right here, and especially you're always invited to come here, by the way, to tell us updates of what's going on with your work, collaborations that you guys are doing, thinking of doing. We are here to try and cover that as well. Thank you so much for sharing your stories today, and we look forward to staying in touch. So thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, so we were just chatting with Tamir and Meagan from Culturally Relevant Science. Stay tuned for the next segment.